Okay, it's time for DJ Travis Kell from Canada. Who's going to be doing our next guest mix on the show for the next 30 minutes. I've got Mr. Travis himself on the line via Zoom, the new app Zoom, and we're going to have a little chat with Travis. Travis, hi, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thanks for asking. Thanks for having me, Luisfelipe. This is awesome.
Good. So tell me, how's things that side? Are you in quarantine?
Yeah, we're not on lockdown, but we're self-quarantine. I have 2 young children, and we're keeping everybody close here. So I don't know. It feels pretty strange times, but more time for music, more time for being with family in close proximity, and so it's okay. I'm a sort of an introverted guy, anyways. So it suits me just fine being away from people.
Oh, no, that's awesome. It's killing the music industry at the moment. So we're finding a lot of bedroom DJs popping up. So yeah, the Corona thing it's worldwide. Okay, Travis, tell us about yourself. Are you? How many years have you been playing for?
Well, I bought my first set of decks when I was 19. I'm 45 years old now, so a little over 20 years. I got basically turned on to dance music because I got to go to some clubs when I was young, like 16, 17, all ages clubs and stuff. And I had the music they were playing, even back then, the music they were playing and the vibe and everything was just, it was way much better than anything I'd ever experienced before. So I just said, I gotta do this because, dancing and good. This was real dancing, real good times, real good people, real good vibe. And so I've always been chasing that.
Oh, that's amazing. That's true. So probably 3 years before I started. So that's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you'll say yourself, like, you get the passion in you, right? You get that feeling, and you just want to share it, right?
No, definitely. And when you started, in which country were you?
I was in Canada. I was actually here in Toronto, where I live now outside of Toronto, but I've moved around a lot. I lived in the UK for a time and lived in Vancouver for a time. But my first real starting was going to like big massive parties. There was a whole era of music in Toronto between 1993 and 1997, where they had these parties every weekend, like many of them in abandoned warehouses, in places where they were pop-up events, and they were seriously well attended. They'd have on average between 2,000 to 6,000 people, 3 different rooms. They'd have house drum and bass room. And then they have an ambient chill room, sometimes they have an outdoor area, and it was just no holds barred music pandemonium. And it was really just like so much to choose from. And so every Saturday night, it was like a culture. Like we were even, it was when I was going to university, we would drive in every Saturday night just to go to these parties, just to dance, just to get that unity vibe. It was a really special moment, a lot of people will say, a lot of things changed later after that. The drugs became heavier. They started being run by organized crime people. So I was just lucky. I was in it for that time, and I was like, I got it. That was good, So then I moved out west. Our west coast in Vancouver, it's a much more wholesome vibe there. It's not as edgy. Like there's lots more full moon gatherings, outdoor parties. The house is deeper. The vibe is more people. Full. Yeah. It's like hippier kind of people. I mean, it's similar to in America as well, like San Francisco style versus New York style. It was kind of the same, Toronto and Vancouver style. So yeah, much more wholesome, and that's where I kind of really found my groove with it. It was like those outdoor parties were very special too.
No, amazing. Okay, Travis. So we're about to start. You said I'm not going to keep you for much longer. What are you going to be playing for us tonight?
Well, as my style has kind of evolved through the years, it's always been house, like straight up always house, and it's always sort of four to the floor music for dancing, music with energy. Throughout the years, I've had contact when living in London with a lot of sort of more the trancey DJs, more hard house DJs. Actually, a lot of them even from South Africa that like a little bit more tougher sounds, Psy sounds, all that. A lot of it just sort of bounced off me over the years. Like, it's okay, but I knew my groove and I knew what I wanted. So that's what you're getting in this mix here, Luisfelipe. It's this mix is you wanted something funky, right? That's my shit, funky. So excuse me, but that's my stuff. I really get that's the kind of music that moves people for me and moves me, and so what you're getting here is an expression of that. And then plus, because of my style, so Jackin house is I guess if you had to pin it down, but within there's a lot of wiggle room in Jackin house for way more funkier sounds and jazzier sounds and vocals, lots of nice vocals. So yeah, you're gonna get. I really enjoyed making the mix. I was thinking about South Africa. It's a very special place to me. My wife's from there. My kids are South African halfway. So yeah, I just really appreciate this opportunity. So thank you again.
Oh, thank you, Travis. It's actually an honor to have you on the show. And thanks again for letting me call you and we could chat a little bit. That was great. And then we'll take it from there. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. Travis Kell, all the way from Canada. Let's take it away. Thank you, Travis.